Hey!
Hey guys!
Hey guys! Hey guys!
Oh.
Hey! And welcome back to a new video. This one is going to be a little bit different. As you see, we're sitting here with a light and a new car that you haven't seen before. Yeah, this one is going to be a little bit different. We're going to talk about who we are and how we learn
to know each other.
Yeah. And a little bit about our own background and some plans ahead, and yeah, so it's like you have to...
It's a more in-depth introduction video.
Yeah, exactly.
That's basically how you can explain it. Very, very short. We have questions that we have written down that we think that would be fun to talk about and to just explain on the channel, I think I could say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know us better and why we do different things and such.
Yeah.
That's.
I think that's a good explanation.
Yeah.
So I think before we start with the questions, the big question is that what car is this behind us, and why is it so fucking dusty?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a sad story, but to make it short, 5 years ago I started to build it into a sound car or car audio car, and I sound dented it like this is sheet metal, and yeah, it's a lot of sound deadening in the car, and when I was building it and drifting coming to my head, and I did just put that into the side and focused on the drifting instead.
And now it's been put on the side for 5 years.
Yeah, it has been moving around, I think 5 different garage workshops, but it's now back to the original place. So yeah, it's a red thread.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
But we wrote down some questions that I think we can start with. So one of the first questions that we have is, how did we get to know each other, and how long have we known each other for?
Yeah.
And I don't know how long ago, but I think it was like back when I was 12 or something. We started to get to know each other over Battlefield.
Yeah, exactly.
Playing games.
On the PlayStation.
On PlayStation 3, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we only played for like a year, maybe. A little.
Yeah, maybe a year and a half.
Yeah.
And then we had some long
Team?
Yeah, we had a team in Battlefield.
Yeah.
And but we met each other and was playing.
We both knew one person.
Yeah.
To be us.
Yeah, and Benjamin.
And Benjamin, yeah. And we met up to play games together, and that's basically the first time we met.
Yeah.
I don't know really what year that could have been, maybe 2012? 2011?
Yeah.
Maybe?
11, 12.
Yeah.
So 8 or 9 years ago.
Yeah. And I think we only met maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, but we talked a lot.
Yeah.
On
PlayStation, yeah.
Yeah, and played the games with each other.
Yeah.
Almost every day.
Yeah. And Then it went quiet after Battlefield was like the hype around Battlefield was gone.
And we started to play other games, but we didn't.
I don't think we continued to talk really.
No, exactly. We played some games, but it was like, he wanted to play that and I wanted to play that, so we got separate ways. And when we met again,
yeah,
it was some other friends, car friends, that we was on car meets and stuff with, and it was like, well, I know that guy.
Yeah, it was like, haven't we played games like 5 years ago or something?
Yeah, exactly. And and then we started to be a group, and we was hanging around, and after that we got a better and better friends.
But basically you could say that when we started hanging out again with cars, we broke out a little from that friend group of cars, and then we just started to hang out more without them.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't the whole group, it was just you and me.
Yeah.
Doing stuff and random things, working on cars and having fun and laughing. And then one day we just decided to, why the hell not, start a YouTube channel and film everything.
Yeah.
Because we have been doing this for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And why shouldn't we filming? Just because and show up everyone else.
Yeah. I think like the start of the YouTube channel was more that like back like maybe 7 years ago when I had a moped driving around and motocross. I was filming with everything with like a little GoPro. It wasn't even a GoPro, it was like a Denver, I think it's called. I bought it for like $20 and it was shit quality on it.
Yeah.
But I filmed everything on it and
hey, you filmed me once.
Yeah, I did. Driving your Volvo.
Yeah.
Drifting on the streets.
Yeah. Well, just cut to that in 10 seconds, like.
So the video that you just watched is me sitting in the back seat with my handheld Sony camera, I think, that was shooting in 720p, and Anton was actually driving the car, and then he had a friend up front with a blue 940.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that was maybe 7 years ago.
No. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was, because I was like 16 or something.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so why did we start with YouTube? It was like...
It was, I think it's like more that both of us been watching videos all the time, and it's like, I really want to give it a try. And I mean, it's horrifying, because the thing is like, we also decided to speak English.
Yeah.
And I think that's like the taboo thing about it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people around us is not really that good at English, and people...
I'm not that good at English.
Yeah. well, I mean, it's been better.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
But I think like that's a little taboo, because people is just like, why don't you speak Swedish? And then we're like, well, I mean, I don't think that our main audience will be from Sweden. Maybe when more people start to watch, I don't know. But it's like, I think we more started to do YouTube just because it was fun to document it.
Yeah.
I'd say.
And we will be learning stuff. Like, my English has been so much better just in a couple of videos. And why shouldn't I be learning English as a bonus because we're doing YouTube? So it's always a learning curve, and that's the fun part about it.
The reason that we have that we're trying to uphold to
weekly uploads.
Yeah, the reason that we have weekly uploads is because that makes that we need to do more content, and that makes also that we need to actually do stuff and not just be like, nah, we can take that next week.
Yeah, exactly. And we get a lot of more stuff done.
Yeah.
Because like we have been doing this in 2 months.
Yeah.
And in those 2 months we have been doing stuff that should
It would have been taking much more longer time.
Yeah, because we're pushing ourselves. It's fun, and I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Because stuff is happening all the time, and well, we are some dudes like that are liking to having fun.
Yeah. So that's basically the back reason why we started with YouTube and why we're actually
doing the way we do it.
Yeah, doing it because and hopefully keep on doing it, because I was like, when we actually talked about starting up, I said like, yeah, we'll give it a try, but then I was also like, if we're going to give it a try, then we really need to give it a try for like a year.
Yeah.
Because just uploading like 2 videos and then be like, nah, I didn't like this, then you haven't really tried.
Next question.
2, 1. Question.
What was the first car? Well, your car isn't that bad. My car is bad.
We have Riser Anton here. My first car was a black Saab 9.3, and it was a 1.8 turbo, and it was tuned a little bit, so I think it had like 250 horsepower. I think should we add in pictures of the cars?
Yeah.
So if you watch here, then you have a picture of the car, and it was basically just a black sedan with chromed out, really chromed out dots wheels on it, and I didn't like the wheels at all, but it was on the car when I bought it, and I had that car for I don't know how long, maybe a year, maybe a half year, a year. So that was my first car. And your?
My car was an Opel Calibra. As you see here, it was pretty raised.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck. No, but it was the first car. The first car isn't perfect, and when I bought the car, I wasn't into cars. I was only into my motorcycles. It was, yeah, my brain was stuck to 2 wheels. And
the Opel was still a little bit styled, or a lot of styling on it.
Yeah, but I bought it, it was broken, and I fixed it. I drove with it in a summer. I drove it the summer, I think. I'm getting 18 in the middle of the summer, and by the autumn I sold it. So I bought it in the spring, fixed it, turned 18, drove it, and sold it. So now,
next question.
Yeah.
We already talked about the first car, but how many cars have you had? Or how many license plates do you have on your wall?
Oh, but the license plates on my wall isn't all the cars.
Yeah.
It's
how many cars have you had?
I have to count them. Wait a minute.
1 hour later.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1 eternity later.
So, yeah, I had 21 cars. 21 cars. And
which one of those 21 cars do you miss the most?
It's either the drift car that you see here, or it's the 740 that was in the first
video.
because those are the two cars that I have drove the most and worked the most on and learned the most, because I've had them for such a long time and they have a place in my heart. Which, how many cars do you have?
I don't have as many, or I haven't had as many, but I need to count them as well, so just hold on 1 second.
The thing is, I have had my driver license in 7 years, so if you split them up, I've had 3 cars per every year since I got my license. But before I changed car like every second month or third month. But now I have had the V70 in more than a year. So, and as you see, I have owned that car the whole time. So I've had some cars. I think I owned 7 cars at the same time one time, and that was hard because it was a lot. I couldn't handle them all. So, have you counted them?
Yeah. I've had 10 cars. And that's over the course of 4 years.
Yeah.
Because I'm a little bit younger than this old dude here.
Yeah, my back is hurting.
No, but I've had 10 cars, and yeah.
Yeah. And which one of those do you miss the most?
I think out of those 10 cars, I actually miss one of my old Volvo 940s, because this car right here I worked on the most. I kind of did a lot of work on the engine. It was in really good condition, and if I would have the chance today to buy it back, I think I'd actually buy it back.
Yeah, well, yeah, the same with the drift car. But at the same time, I want to build something new. Next question.
What are the plans for the future? And I don't think we should go more than to 2021, because I think that's a little bit too much.
Yeah,
then we consider it too long.
Yeah,
so I think we're just
if we go longer than 2021, it's just dreaming.
Yeah.
If we talk about 2021, it's actually probably going to happen.
Yeah. So if we talk about just 2021, then what do you think? Like,
for me,
for you, car-wise,
well,
saying that we're still doing with the YouTube videos and everything.
Yeah, of course.
What do you think will happen, or what do you think? Will you still have the red V70?
Yeah. In the end of 2021, like the new year, no. But the whole summer, yes. This car is going to roll out. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Going to fix this winter, and in the spring and early summer, I'm going to drive this. And fixing the red V70. Gonna spice it up a little bit more, or pretty much. Nah, it's going to be a lot of spice. Should I show the biggest part? No, okay.
I think we're gonna keep that a secret.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think about 2021?
Car-wise, I think depending on a little bit other things with life, I think that if we're just talking about the cars, I think that will roll with the BMW maybe a little bit during the start of the summer, and then if everything goes as planned, I will sell it sometime during the summer, just because I think that more people will be interested in buying it then. And then...
What car are you looking at? We're not going to say the car,
no.
but we can go through all the cars you have had in mind.
Yeah, we can.
You have been out test driving.
Yes.
An A90 Supra.
Yeah, I have.
That's one car.
Yeah, that's one of the cars that I've been looking at. But I'm thinking about selling the BMW next summer anyway, and then maybe buying another car directly after. It depends on what cars that are for sale, but we'll see. But some of the cars that I've been watching at and even out test driving is the A90 Supra. I've also been looking at Nissan GTR. What more cars?
Ferraris
Ferrari F430.
Yeah.
Even a 355 Berlinetta and a Testarossa.
Yeah. Just look at this car. How couldn't you love that? It's like, oh. A Tesla. A slammed Tesla with wide body. Yeah. That's pretty mint.
So I'm not really sure. I have my mind to some cars, but it really depends on what cars are for sale and how long I'm willing to wait to find
the right car.
Yeah. But I think that will be a next level of car.
Yeah, it's going to be. Either way, which car it's going to be slammed, it's going to scrape, and he's going to cry inside. At the same time, he's going to have the biggest smile because that's how it should be. You're going to cry inside because you're ruining the car, but that's what we do.
Yeah. So either way, you are going to see a slammed, fucked car that's way too nice to actually do that to.
Exactly.
So yeah,
that's a perfect explanation for it. So
we have, while we're at it, talking about all the different cars, we also have one question that is, what is our dream car? If we could choose any car, like any car on Earth, what would be the number one dream car to have in the garage? Your number one go-to car when it's like 30 degrees outside, the sun is shining, and you have...
You're going to pick up ice cream.
Yeah, you're going to pick up ice cream.
Yeah.
What is the number one go-to car that would be the dream?
I have two. First off is the one that I have been dreaming of since I was 9 or 10, because I was biking around in the city and I was like, whoa, and we stopped, looked up the car, and it was a Mazda RX-7. That's today very exotic, not exotic, but it's a special car.
Yeah.
But at that point I had no clue that it was that special. So I did research about it, and it had a Wankel engine in it, and I was like, ooh, I like that, because I'm different, and that's different. And I have been dreaming of an RX-7 since then. I would love one, and it had either stock body or a Rocket Bunny V2. That's those kind. You have some nice.
You have pictures about.
Yeah, we don't need to explain that. They are seeing them there.
Yeah, you have it there.
Yeah, but that's the first one, and the second one is a total different car from that. It's an old American car. It's a Buick 56. Big rims, slammed, and a lot of chrome. Yeah, exactly. How couldn't you like that one? Yeah, so I want the rear of the 56 and the front of the 57. So I would have, yeah, it's nice. So that's the two main cars I really want to own someday, but we'll see if that happens. And your dream car is? A Volvo 940. No, but
I think like many other car dudes, when you were watching like Fast and Furious and stuff, I think that the number one dream car for a long time have been the Mark IV Supra, and I'd just like to have like a completely OEM Supra with like completely OEM with a nice set of wheels. But as I said, that's been for a really long time. But now when I'm actually...
Well, if we're going to talk about the Supra, the thing is, you always seeing like on TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff, oh, is that a Supra, bro?
Yeah.
That's actually his. I can't go in the car, mate. I'm going like that, and I got like pulled off because he's just dragging me about. Oh, Supra, and it just starts dripping from his mouth, and he's like, "That's nice. I want that car." And we're standing there for 10 minutes, and I was, okay, we have looked at it, and he said, "But you can't go now. It's too nice." And I was, yeah. So it's actually.
Yeah, I'm actually a really fanboy of it.
Yeah,
but
big fanboy.
But like the thing is like when I bought the BMW, just like a little quick thing here. Like before I bought the BMW, I actually was out and looking at a R32 Skyline, and that car stopped working when the guy who was selling it was going to test drive it. And I was just like, shit, I don't want an unreliable car. I mean, the engine, I mean, it's nice to have horsepower or something, but I don't want it to be unreliable. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna buy it. So that's why I bought a 2015 BMW instead. And it was
been working great.
Yeah, it's been working great. And it was a little bit different actually. But the thing is, like I was saying before, Anton had to explain to everyone that I'm a Supra fanboy. I was saying that the Supra, the Mark IV Supra, has been a dream car for like my whole childhood, like maybe since I was 14, 13, until just like a couple of, like maybe a year ago, when I bought the BMW, because then I was like, well, the Supra is nice, but it's mainstream, it's a little bit too common, and I think that's the reason why I'm actually starting to drift away from it, because it's a little bit too common. So I'm not really sure. I know that the Supra always has been a dream car, but if I'd have to say today, then I'm not really sure what my dream car would be, but I'd guess that it would be maybe a Ferrari 458 with a Liberty Walk kit on it.
Yeah. Well, nobody's going to say no to that.
Yeah. So I think that's I think if you'd ask Kevin 7 years ago, it would be a Supra, nothing else.
Yeah.
But today, maybe the Ferrari instead. So I think that's the answer to the question.
Yeah.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I don't like the cold. My toes are fucking freezing, and I'm sitting here shivering, talking about cars.
Our lives. Yeah, so the video is getting pretty long, and I think we're going to
end it here.
Yeah. So, as usual, if you like what you see, subscribe, because we're going to release a new video every Sunday.
Yeah.
And
don't forget to like the video.
Exactly.
And maybe leave a comment.
Yeah, if you wanna know something else, we're going to answer the comments.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe it could be good to say, but if you have like any suggestions on anything, then we'd be more than happy to actually see what you have to say. Because we're always trying to do everything, but sometimes it can be hard to come up with things that we think are good to upload.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would hurt if anyone would just say like, oh, you could do this maybe. Yeah.
Yeah,
so if you have any suggestions, leave them below.
And for all the Swedish people, we have a tradition to light the candle, and we're going to meet.
Wishing you a Merry Christmas
and a Happy New Year.
Bye bye.
See you next time.